July 22nd, 2018. Alright, as many of you know, if you've been watching the YouTube channel here, had a huge Colorado potato bug infestation this year. That problem is sort of ongoing. They're kind of attacking some of the younger pepper plants, and I found them on a few of the weaker tomato plants, and even some of the stronger tomato plants down in the lower part of them. But I just want to point out that my soils aren't up to super high nutrition yet, but I'm ever working toward that goal. But interestingly enough, in the interim, as you know, this potato crop was basically lost. They were terminated by the Colorado potato bug, or in fact on these, the Yukon Golds in this row, they were pretty close to wiping out all the leaves on the potatoes, and I could see that they were going to wipe the crop. So in order to wipe out a bunch of the potato bugs, I came through with the flame weeder torch, and I did wipe out a whole bunch of Colorado potato bugs. So I prevented them from mating and cycling to next year. Here's a close-up of a bunch of them on the ground, toasted and charred. Glad I caught a bunch of them and got rid of them. But I also want to point out that despite the fact that this crop had about another month and a half or so to go before it would have actually been finished and produced its full yield, we got a pretty good yield out of it. So this is about an 80-foot long row all total here, and this is one bucket full out of this row. You can see we have some pretty good size potatoes in here. And these are Yukon Gold, so they usually don't get a whole lot bigger than this. So a bucket that size is usually about 25 pounds, if I recall correctly from weighing them on the scale from other years. So that bucket is full. This bucket is, I don't know, maybe a tenth full. And I saved one last plant here after I pulled it, just so you could see the cluster of potatoes on this plant, despite the pest pressure we had. So I just want to point out that the high nutrition system, we're using foliar feeds and no chemicals and no pesticides, and you're constantly trying to build up soil and soil microbiology and all that kind of stuff, can pay off even under extreme insect pressure. Even when you lose the upper part of the plant, you could still come out with a decent potato crop. So I just wanted to make that point and share it with my subscribers and YouTube watchers. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and carry on to the next chore. Thanks for watching the Farmacy Seeds Network.